Originally theorized by George Herbert Mead in the 1920s and later officially coined by his student Herbert Blumer in 1937, symbolic interactionism is a sociological perspective that provides insight into how individuals create and interpret meaning through social interaction. It emphasizes the importance of language, symbols, and gestures in shaping human communication, identity, and understanding of the social world. According to Mead and Blumer's theory, our realities are socially constructed through the meanings we attach to these symbols. Over time, these meanings are constantly negotiated and changed through ongoing interactions with others. Instead of giving a simple definition for what symbolic interaction is and just end the video there, I want to break it down into 4 basic parts. The first part of symbolic interactionism I want to focus on is communication, which is the foundation and or system for how we connect meaning to things. Symbols, something we use to represent another thing, whether that be signs or books, movies, really anything that you see can be a symbol. The third part of symbolic interactionism is meaning, how we feel, see, and understand things. This, I would argue, is more nuanced in that meaning has no set standard or set definition. It is really subjective. It is really left up to how people say things and how people interpret what people are saying or communicating. The last part of symbolic interactionism is social objects, which is anything that is shaped or maintained by social interaction. Meaning is dependent on interpretation or collective perspective. Social objects are anything that can be interacted upon, whether that be cameras or cars, people, animals, you name it. Symbols and social objects are very similar in the sense that they can both technically be the same thing. It's a different way of looking at it. Symbols can be more abstract in their meaning, whereas social objects are more bound to certain events or certain people or other social objects. For the next part, I want to give a couple examples of this whole process. First example I want to demonstrate is a wedding ring. The symbol could be that it stands for marriage or love or wanting to have a closer connection to someone, a social status symbol. It could be any of these things, but the social objects for a wedding ring, other people may be more inclined to give them gifts, help them out with the wedding by, giving them money or just helping out in general. People also might just treat you more special just because it's a rite of passage, really, which makes it, obviously more significant and more important for everyone around them, not just the person who has gotten the new wedding ring. Another example could be a tattoo of a bald eagle. The symbol could represent freedom, or if the person just really likes bald eagles or birds, that could be a symbol as well. If the person who got a bald eagle, at least in America, we would think that they are either very patriotic, they love freedom, they love America, or people could think that maybe if they see a bald eagle, that could represent a political party that they do not want to align with. If someone sees a very patriotic person, people might not like that because they may know that or may assume that that person voted for Trump, for example, or whoever the Republican candidate is. My last example I have is a cross, which can symbolize Jesus on the cross, and people may see that as a belief in Christianity, or someone who does not believe in Christianity may have distrust or disbelief in the people who use that symbol or even physical objects. Like if someone, for example, has a keychain with a cross on it, some people may think to themselves, oh, that person's very religious, but it could just mean that they like the cross. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're religious. To wrap this up, I do need to explain a bigger implication of symbolic interactionism. That is where social construction of reality comes in. Social construction of reality is the idea that over time, symbols and social objects can become real or more cemented in reality, at least in our reality. This is because we use these social objects or symbols repeatedly. They stick with us. You could use a stop sign as an example for this. The only reason why everyone knows what it means and what to do at a stop sign is because we have consistently used the symbol to represent that particular action. That is essentially how we get the meaning of a stop sign. We combine a particular action to a thing, and we repeat it multiple times till it sticks, and then when it sticks, it becomes a symbolic thing within society that we use in everyday life. The slang we use today will be eventually outdated, and other symbols will take their place. Meaning is so fluid that the words we use could change just like that. But even then, the more we use symbols, gestures, words, etc., the more they are cemented into our culture and our day-to-day lives. Without symbols, we would not be able to communicate and ultimately work together to form a semi-civilized society.